Scam. Is this a scam? I don't know. It might be valid, it might not be valid, but we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, before we begin, I am so excited to announce that housecleaning360.com is a proud sponsor of our show. Now, housecleaning360.com is a directory where all of the best and the brightest in the house cleaning industry, professional house cleaners, people that service your home. It's a 360 view of those people that service your home are all in one place now. This is professional organizers, it's carpet cleaners, it's window washers, it's pest control people, it's home heating and air conditioning. It is people that provide services to your home. No longer do you have to look everywhere else on the internet. You just go to housecleaning360.com. Yay! Okay, cool. So if you are a service provider, make sure that you have a listing there. And if you are looking for a house cleaner, make sure that you go there to check it out. I'll put links in the show notes. Also, links in the show notes are links on things you need to know about scam artists, which is our topic of the day. I belong to a private Facebook group, which is called the Professional House Cleaners Group. And every day there are a bunch of professional business owners that come inside that group and we say, hey, we got a text message. Can you validate this? Is this scam? Well, the truth of the matter is it might be scam and it might be valid. I've actually got a lot of business over the years of things that looked like a scam, but in fact it was valid. And so I like to give everybody a fair chance, because what if this is just someone trying to promote their business and they got a clunky business model and this is how they reach out, is with blind mass emails or an email that looks like it's a spam. So how do you know? Okay, so we got one the other day that said, hey, I'm looking for a house cleaner in this area, and it gave a lot of information. And at the end, please contact me with your contact information. Okay, so I didn't know if it was scam or not, but everybody started blocking this person. When I did a search on Google for that phone number, it popped up to a Colorado address. Well, we don't want to just start blocking everyone from Colorado, right? Because that would not be fair to all of the people that are legitimate business owners in Colorado. But by putting the phone number in the Google search bar, what we were able to determine is that, in fact, that number led back to an M-Buzzy account for a 29-year-old female that was looking for a personal relationship. Her name was not Peter, and she was not representing house cleaning. So it did not match up. So then that throws up red flags that, yes, this might be a scam. All right, the next thing that you can do is the email address or the text message that it's coming from. You can also put that into Google. So if it comes from an email, you can put that email address in the Google search bar. And if, by any chance, it's linked back to a valid email account, it will pull up information on that person, or it will pull up other pages that are listed that are linked to that account. If it's not valid and this is all a fraud, well, it will say this is not a known email address, and therefore beware. Okay, so how do you tell a scam? Now, if you are receiving this via telephone, you can go to the do not call list, and it's a registry. I'll put links to it in the show notes where you can list your phone number. This says, do not call me. I am a business, but do not call me. Now, every time you list your business on a business listing, or you sign up with the Register of Deeds for a business name, you buy business insurance, anytime you do something in your business name and you add business information, your record becomes public. And that opens up a whole flood of people who are able and available to scam you. So you just have to be aware that, hey, I'm now living in public. I've got a public business. This is how I drive business to my website or social media or whatever it is. And therefore, people will call you and they will spam you and they will try to scam you. Couple of rules of thumb. Never give out private information. Never, ever, ever. And I don't mean your name, because your name is public, right? Your name is a public record. It's on your driver's license. It's on your passport. It's on your birth certificate. It's on the register of people that live. Okay, it's public information. That's not private. What I'm talking about private is your social security number, your bank account information. That is private information, unless you are buying a service from a particular company. And if you are, check their website, especially if you're buying online. Is there a little lock at the top that says this is a secure website? Because if it's not, you could be giving your money to anyone. And if you get an email from somebody, check to make sure, does it lead back to that account? Like the other day, I got an email that came from PayPal. It looked like a scam, but I do have a PayPal account. So I contacted PayPal, and they have a spam section where you add in this text that they sent. Verified that, in fact, it was a scam. So yay, I got to keep my own money. I didn't get scammed. But if you get those little antenna messages, like red flags, like, hey, someone's trying to scam you, it's probably a scam. But you never know. So I contacted this Peter person back because of our Facebook group. And I just said, hey, is this a real thing or is this a scam? I don't know if I should be promoting you or if I should be blocking you. Well, the email bounced back. And so it said, we don't know this email. Now, there is a trick that scammers use. They use your email. So you're like, well, that's not a bogus email. That's my email. How'd they get my email? How did I send myself this scam message? There's a whole list of ways they can scam you, and I made a list for you. But I got to cheat here, so I'm going to look at them. Check for misspelled usage of grammar. So is there misspelled words or poor grammar in the thing that they sent you? So if it's broken English or if it's not sounding like the person that you think it's coming from, it might be a scam. Are they claiming to represent a company, but they don't have a company.com? Like if I claim to represent PayPal, but the email or the phone number I'm contacting you from is not from PayPal.com. If it's not from PayPal.com, it's probably bogus. I get these all the time from Amazon. People are like, hey, you get reward points. Just add in your private information here and claim your prize. And it comes from abc123.gmail or something. Yeah, right. Okay. The next one, are they unfamiliar? Have you ever heard of this company or person sending the email? And if you're unfamiliar, that does not mean they don't exist. You can still do a Google search, and if it pops up, it's either going to pop up as a scam artist or it's going to pop up as a legitimate business. But if you're unfamiliar, that should cause a red flag. If you type their name or company in a Google search, does anything come up? If nothing comes up, do not do business with these people, okay? Every legitimate business is going to have a listing on Google. You will be able to find them on Google. That is the era we live in now. Okay, are they asking for sensitive information? Are they asking for your email or the last 4 digits of your social security number or your birthday or information like that? Because if they are, that is a red flag. All right, are they asking for money? If they're asking for money and you don't know this person and you don't have a history with this person and you can't find anything at all about them and you can't validate that they're a legitimate company, do not give them your credit card information. I promise it's a scam. Are they from a foreign country? All right, this used to be a big red flag. It's not so much anymore because now we are global. Everybody is doing business all over the world with everybody now simply because the internet allows us to do that. So if they are a foreign country, it's not such a big deal as it once was, but pay attention. All right, the next red flag. If it came from a company like eBay and you have an eBay account, did they reference your handle? Because like on eBay, I have a handle that I use every time I log in, and all of my customers and people that I buy from know me by that handle. Did they use or reference your handle? Because if they didn't, it's probably a mass email and it's probably scam. All right, did it come from your own email address? We talked about that. If it came from your own email address, do not block it. Because if you do, you block your own email address, okay? So we have to figure out another way around that. And there are hackers that do that because they're savvy. All right, is it a friend that's in trouble? Now, you've probably received these. One of your best long-time, haven't heard from you in a long time friends contacts you. And they say, hey, I went on a trip and I went to Brazil and my wallet got stolen and I need $2,000 to get home. Can you wire me the money? All right, let me ask you a question. Does this friend normally ask you for money? Is this a common behavior? If this person has never asked you for money, it's probably a scam. Now, does this person normally travel? Do they have a history of taking exotic vacations to different countries? And if they don't, it's probably a scam, right? But if you have this person in your contact information, and you probably do, because guess what? They have you in theirs. Somebody's hacked their account and is posing as that person. So if they have you in their contact information, you probably have them in yours. So contact them, give them a call and say, Josh, are you really in Brazil? Did you get your wallet stolen? Do you need the money? Because Josh is probably going to go, what? Huh? No, I'm in Texas right now. This happens all the time. A quick phone call to that person will validate whether or not it's a scam. And if it's your friend, please help your friend out. But if this is a scam, don't bother. Okay. A red flag intuition. And this is just, do you get a sense? Do you get that Spidey sense, that little tingling that this might be a scam? Because if you do, it's probably a scam. All right, so this is just a list of quick things that I've put together. And I'm going to put this list in the show notes so that you can take a look at this and reference this so that you do not get scammed. Because we now live in an era, I don't know why, but we live in an era where people are scamming you via text, and they are scamming you via telephone, and they are scamming you via email, and now they are scamming you through all the different social media sites. I don't know why, but there are scammers out there. And if you're a house cleaner and you're trying to grow a business or you're a small business owner, the last thing you need is someone that you don't know emptying your bank account because you were trying to do right by helping them out, or you were trying to respond, or you were trying to get a job. So use your intuition and watch for those red flags. And if the red flags are waving, turn and walk away. All right, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.